whatever you write here in these blanks will be a phrase. First, it will be a phrase. Second, you must understand, if you want it in a more intelligible manner, the group of words, if you're using a group of words, if you're using a phrase, should not carry any such word as tells you or as helps you identify the tense. However, there are words which appear like verbs, but they don't tell you the tense, and these are called non-finite verbs, and they either have a to before a verb or an ing against it. So the reason you need to understand this is because you cannot write against any of these blanks sentence. You cannot write a sentence. You cannot write a sentence. Sentence is not acceptable. Sentences are not acceptable. Sentences are not acceptable at all. They are you are not given marks if you write sentences. You have to only write either a word, ideally, which is not possible on many occasions, or a phrase. Now, the length is length of notes / summary, or the word limit. What I'm talking of is the word limit. Whereas the word limit as far as summary is concerned, it's specified. It's 80 words. 80 words. It's 80 words. However, in case of notes, as also in summary, the standard formula is that the entire passage, that is my notes or my summary, should be of about 1/3. Should be of about 1/3 of the length of the passage. 1/3 of the length of the passage. Now, in order to bring this kind of reduction, or to reduce it to the 1/3 of, to reduce a passage to its 1/3 size, we need to understand that there are many elements. There are many elements that have to be excluded, in the notes and also in the summary, It is these elements, it is the knowledge of these elements that I have to exclude. That is very important to making good notes and summary. Now, you must understand that when an author sits down to write something, he makes use of many literary devices. He makes use of many literary devices. He would make use of, say, examples. He would make use of examples. He would establish comparisons, analogies. He would establish comparison by way of similes, and metaphors. He would give examples, he would establish comparisons, make use of similes and metaphors only to help the readers understand what he wants to say. He may also use of he may repeat the same thing. He may repeat the same thing. Again, the purpose is to help understand the readers what he wants to say, what he wants to convey. He may make use of incidents in his personal life, anecdotes. He may make use of these incidents, incidents in his personal life to help explain, to help the readers understand what he wants to convey. They have to be excluded. He may give his own ideas. He may assume things. He may assume things. He may, in this manner, try to forward hypothetical information. Again, has to be excluded. He may make use of parenthetical information. Has to be excluded. He may forward his own opinions. Now, all these literary devices that he may or may not use, if he uses, have to be excluded. They do not go either in summary or in notes. They don't find a place in notes or in summary. Now, these are 7 elements that have to be excluded that I've listed here from notes. Only then will you be able to reduce a passage and give it the shape it deserves in the form of notes or in summary. Now we will try to understand these one by one. Now see, analogies, I'll take up few here. The rest don't need any kind of explanation. As far as analogies are concerned, we are all familiar with similes and metaphors. Repetition we are familiar with. Anecdotes are personal incidents, as I said. Personal incidents. You may understand. You are already familiar with this. However, by way of revision, incidents in one's life. Personal incidents. These don't go. The author may forward assumptions. He may, for example, say that had the height of the dam been increased by these many inches more, it would have been in a position to store this much more water. This is his assumption. We don't include. Personal opinions are understood. Parenthetical information is what parenthetical information and analogies need explanation here. Now see, analogies may be understood as comparisons. 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 These are comparisons. So, yeah. Now we move on to understand what these analogies